Hello, YouTube. If you guys are watching this later on, we are going to start as we usually do. It feels good to do this. We haven't done this in a while. There's lightning nearby, according to my browser. So first things first, let's take a look at the week ahead. So we've got a new year, right? Maybe it's time to look at yearly candles. Starting off Monday or tomorrow, we've got a Chicago PMI, pending home sales month over month, light data. And then we have a bank holiday, obviously, the first. I don't think anybody is going to be trading. I certainly won't be trading. Unemployment claims, I think Thursday and Friday are going to, I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are setup days. And if you'd like, you could write this down. This will likely help you remember. Yes, if you guys are in the Discord, you can type right there and I'll take those requests as well. All right, so this week, I think Monday, Tuesday, and obviously Wednesday, we're not doing anything, but those are going to be the setup days. And I think data coming in Thursday and Friday is likely what moves us. So doesn't look like a bad week, right? We're going to have to take a look at our correlating ETFs in order to kind of verify what looks good. First things first, we're going to take a look at the Qs, right? And too soon, right, to say definitively, but I did mention before I left, while I was gone, I popped in, and Tesla and a couple of other brand names have all created potential downtrends. The Qs included lower highs, right? We have a green candle close over here to our left, right? That represents the floor you lifted off of, and that is what has been refused. So we have a line where we can say, and this is where I guess it would be useful for me to turn it green, right? But this is where we could say long, and then looking underneath us, we don't have a box, right? I can tell though by tapping this 50%, there's likely structure, and this is what's going to call me towards the lower time frames. But again, we're doing this so that we can kind of correlate this with the data that's coming in this week and see if obviously maybe we have a little bit of sideways action. Again, I say all these things. It doesn't mean it's law. It doesn't mean that maybe we get the movement on Monday and Tuesday. Our job is to read and react. So thank you guys for tapping your screen. I do really appreciate you. So moving down to the 4 hour, just really briefly, we can see we actually did bounce off of a box and there's empty space probably right down here to 510 and 506. So there's a potential leg down here. While I also say that, right, and this is the cool thing, is it becomes like a, I don't know, pretty easy puzzle to solve. A little bit of empty space up here above, possible retest of that box. If you punch through, right, you left just enough empty space up above you to go and hit 533 and 535.33. So I think low of day, right here, that's short. And I think that this right here would be our long. So I would beware or be weary, I suppose. I don't know, not weary. Beware of the 514 imbalance. So morning, do you always have your lives on Sundays? I typically go live on Sunday. Yeah, this is my, I'm way earlier than we're usually doing this, but I have just last little bit of stuff to do at the old house. Including transporting my chickens here and building their chicken coop, which is going to be half built. But anyway, but yeah, I typically go live in the mornings and afternoons as well. So, all right. So moving on, we've got Qs, kind of good structure here, and then we move into SPY, and everything is, again, I think this is easy. This is easy analysis, no questions. Everything is in alignment, right? This is our wall, right? So a 595.55 would open up a pocket of empty space and a potential gap fill, which could lead us to a punch over that to 608, right? At the same time, right, we bounced off of this floor and we were unable to leg out of it. So, and this box is all wonky right now. It needs to be pulled down a little bit, but we're hitting right around that cost basis, bouncing off of the floor. So my opinion is that if we do break outside of that 595.55, we're looking for that imbalance or empty space to get filled, excuse me. And then the same thing with the Qs, that floor, that 590 floor, that's our short level. So and it's I think obviously coming back last week, I probably would have been able to give you more of a definitive up or down. But in this case, there's a short upside play here, and then maybe a longer downside play here. But this pocket could be where we consolidate before a leg down. Crypto dreams. No. I'm going to mute you. Listen, when you stop expecting or hoping that other people save you is when you finally get to control your own life. Also, typically, people who ask for that are scammers. So stop begging for people. I did not get where I was by getting a loan from anybody else. I I had to blow my own money. So, all right, SPY, and then we're going to take a look at IWM really quickly. With this strategy, man, you don't have to beg. I've seen far too many people's lives straight up change. And while I was gone, I got some of the most heartfelt fucking testimonials in my DMs and elsewhere. That I don't know, just really solidify what I'm doing, to accomplish the goal. So, all right, Russell. Now I'm gonna say this really quickly. IWM is the most attractive ETF this week. Now, I'll explain why so that you guys understand why I am saying what I'm saying. First of all, right, we're in a tough spot. But I like IWM for the empty space, the most empty space, right? It does not mean that we are exempt from a potential leg down. We're working through a lot of volume right now. So with that being said, right, I have a very clear trigger. 225.50 is where I would like to see the IWM pop out, reclaim 227.31, and then a leg up to that 230. My only issue here is that we do have a pretty tight area of control. Pause. But we are operating inside of a channel. We are sitting on top of this floor. And so if we were to leg down, it would invalidate that channel. We would get rid of that and be looking for a bounce off of 217. So all ETFs have pretty solid, like, okay, this is where we're going to take it up. Why reclaim? Love that question, Jamie. So do you see this floor over here to your left? Consider this like just orders or computers that are ready to buy if price settles on, and basically buyers accept, right? Buyers show that they want that level, they want 227, and if they do and price settles on it, you'll see a very nice move up to 230. This is literally everything. The same reason why I took it down. The downside trade worked out, but it was a little bit rough. But for the most part, big leg down, big leg up, right? Even this empty space right here, you come crashing down into it. So I expect this empty space to get filled in. So 227. Now I'll take the trade here, right? And I work with it either works or it doesn't mindset. So if this pops up, breaks that 225, I'll take it at that punchback, and then I'll probably add a longer expiration, right? Yeah, support becomes resistance. That's basic shit, right? You do not know what buyers want without looking at order flows. Okay, Christian, you're right. Sorry, you just invalidated 6 years of studying and work. I can't believe I never thought of that, Christian. And I don't mean to be a dick, but you're not going to come in here and tell me what I know when you probably have never seen in your life shit that looks like this. Nobody in here Take a look with me. We'll take a walk together. Hold my hand, right? Nobody in here uses order flow. Nobody. 100%. Look at these percentages. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to stop and listen to you? Or am I supposed to continue doing what the fuck I know works for me really nicely, right? And ignore you. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead, keep struggling with order flow. Call me in the morning. That shit's for the birds. All right. Anyway, IWM, it looks juicy. I started the educational playlist. Nah, stay on live. If you have any questions, and we're gonna be doing a Q&A this week. Anybody who's in here, you want to know anything, I don't hold back. There's no paywall. Like, you can damn near get the workshop out of me by asking the right questions. You listen, or if you've gone through my YouTube videos, you've gone through anything that I've posted, this is going to be the most important. I can't help you if you don't help me. Help me help you. You got to write down those questions. What does this mean? Why is it? And I don't care what, if you think they're stupid, right? Closed mouths don't get fed. So I need everybody to show up. I need everybody to have questions written down. Yeah. Planet Fitness bull flag on the 1 hour. Any thoughts? No. So this Head and Shoulders looking to form. Sir Lyro, just a really quick FYI, and everybody here who is paying attention, there is no patterns here. I can send you to a website by a man who went through all patterns and back tested them for years. The bull flag is a terrible pattern to follow. Really quickly diverting from what I'm doing, I just would like for you to pay attention to this Head and Shoulders on NVIDIA. Head, shoulders, head, dump. Uh-oh. Everybody's fucking getting short, right? Squeeze that ass. Cheeks squeezing, right? You just got squeezed out. That's what those two candles right here represent. Let me show you again. I can show you 1 billion times in a row. Look at this. Ready? Cooked. Now, my strategy says that if you have a box, an area of consolidation, and you break through the 50% mark and there's empty space underneath you, go for it. So while everybody's looking at a Head and Shoulders, I'm looking at this as support. You bounced 4 fucking times. And if you want to take this north, you find the box up above, the floor that needs to reclaim, and take a look at this, right? I'd rather play with structure than play with somebody else's failed idea of what a pattern. Look at these candles. This is creating that tension that you need to fucking squeeze out. This is what happens when you play fucking patterns. You get your ass handed to you. So, all right. So we've got all the ETFs covered. Really brief. Again, I want to highlight IWM is probably going to be my favorite to trade this week because of the empty space that it has available, right? It also has the potential. Hold on. Let me cook. Yeah. Right there. So there's also this potential, right? With this floor being reclaimed, which we're a little bit far away from it, with this floor being reclaimed, I expect it will pretty much pop right up around here, and that should be right around resistance. At the same time, right, we are also sitting on this box, cost basis, so there is another leg down, and the floor underneath us would be quite simply right here at 215. I am not placing a bias on IWM, right? I am waiting for the triggers. Can you explain how to use parallel channels? Yes, I'm gonna give you a brief explanation because we're in the middle of Sunday prep, but you're gonna start when you're looking at a downtrend. This is the most basics. You're looking for points of contact. So you notice how this inside of this channel, you get the middle touch right here. You get a candle bouncing off this. If I drag this back, you'll notice it adheres to this as well. I can also take this channel and I can squeeze it down here, and I can see that it even works in this. This is a deviation of the channel that I'm working with. So I look for that. I drag it from the highs down, bottoms down, and I want points of contact, meaning I need everything to touch. Cool. Same thing with the downtrend, or with an uptrend, right? I would look back, where we get higher highs. This is common knowledge here. And I would trace that back, right? Points of contact mattering the most. There you go. Right? So bringing it up from the lows, looking for, again, those points of contact. And one thing that verifies whether a channel is correct or not is when you squish it, right? And you see that, okay, we've got the same points of contact kind of adhering inside of that channel, so on and so forth. Okay, cool. All right, so we are going to move on. I'm going to go over a few stocks, Tesla being one of them. And I know a lot of you guys are have made a lot of money inside of the Discord on Tesla. And I think it might be time that we start looking at making a little bit more. Some of the downside is it's a little bit expensive, but there is empty space and a little midway point here at 393, 395 area. I'm not calling this one yet to even break down. It is under 417.15. We'll be looking for a leg down to that 495 area. And this is where we have to zoom in, right, to the lower time frame. And we're going to find why, right, or where, or what that red candle represents. That red candle represents a small box on the 4 hour, which would give me a far more exact level so I could play shorter expiration contracts underneath 415.62 down to 406 and 397.50, right? If I'm playing longer expiration contracts, perhaps you can look at taking it all the way into the 360s. Right now, we're supported by the beginning of a downtrend, which has pretty close, right? This is what we would call a confluence, where two sets of data, right, horizontal level, and a channel collide. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother. Can you explain how you use your strat for long-term investing? I would love to in just a moment. But basically, everything that I'm explaining to you right now is going to adhere to the weekly, monthly time frame. And so I look at those higher time frames and I buy off of that. It's the same concept. The only exception is a dividend stock that I buy pretty much every month called QYLD. As you can see here, dividend, 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 dividend. So a lot of my profits go into this, and I have an average down. I have an average down in the $13 and $14 levels. But this pays you a ridiculous dividend, and I don't really look at the chart that much. If it's, go inside, I mean, right here after a giant dump, you get an extremely intense rip up. So I'm not really looking to chart that so much. That's just where money gets poured into. So I am speculating on a pullback on Tesla. I think what I would like to see, just really quickly, what I would like to see, and this is typically what I do see, is I would like to see a leg down, the 50% mark, and how the price responds to it. If it bounces back up, reclaims the very floor that it lost, then I'll start looking at a punch back and new fucking highs. Right? If we do not respond to the median or the 50% mark in here, then I would expect for this to retest the floor and then break back down and hit 360. So not every single time that I look at a chart am I going to it and saying, okay, this definitely goes down or this definitely goes up. It is just an identification of something real, a real floor that supports price, holds it up, fails. Where are we going? Down, right? That's just mechanics. That's not my, oh, well, I think it's going to go down. That's just how it works. So I'd rather wait for that and withhold my bias. But the reason that I like Tesla is because it's going sideways. And when it goes sideways, what happens to the contracts, people inside of my Discord? Why would we want to take advantage of a stock that has ripped up, made the contracts expensive, but now it's going sideways? What's the reason? It's cheaper. Exactly, Chris. We're looking for cheaper contracts. Max pain. So all of the strikes out here, right? Calls up in the 480s, 515s, 560s, destroyed. Down here in this downside, right? If we don't, and here's the cool thing, if we bounce a third time, fuck it, right? We'll curl back up and hit the top for a third time. I would imagine we'd squeak out just a little bit, just like that, 500, and then come plummeting the fuck right back down. Where do you see the 333 method? Inside of boxes and channels. Typically, that is where standard procedure says that is where tension breaks. Not always, but that is typically where I start aiming. So like for example, with Tesla having this much volume, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, I expect for the third tap. So please, you got to start doing the vids on YouTube again. I am. I post them all on YouTube. These beats are so fresh. They are on my YouTube channel. If you guys are tuning in right now. Yeah, let's see. The last ones that I posted were before Christmas, 2 weeks ago. You know, I post pretty regularly, ish. I'll post this video though. I will. I typically do, Ed, try to count that first expansion off the floor as a bounce. Yeah, this is being recorded now as we speak. Okay, so Tesla is obviously one that is going sideways, looking pretty juicy. Now, I have not had much of a chance to do as much analysis as I would like to, so we are going to take requests here in just a second. I do want to cover an interesting setup on something I have been holding equity on for a long time, and I have been selling. My position is completely free, but I don't want to get rid of it, so I am making a plan to protect it in order, just in case maybe we do start breaking down. We have 2 boxes on PLTR and a channel with 2 taps off the top. We've got a box on the bottom of it and a trigger at $74, if broken, would have us moving down to the 67.50 mark, which is right here. And if that's broken down, obviously there's a lot of empty space on PLTR that could get taken advantage of. So I will be looking at a hedge position if we punch down. I could see this thing moving down 2 cost bases and going sideways like so, and giving us a third one last high. Maybe I can't say one last high, but anyway, that is what I'm planning to take advantage of on PLTR, considering the fact that I am long. I do have equity in this. So, all right, moving on. If you have any requests, how long would the contract be? Definitely at least 2 months out. Because I'm protecting equity, and I know that okay, so let me explain something really quickly. In empty space, and this should help a lot of you right now. So just hold your request for a second. Hold on. This, right? That's where I know that price is going to move really quickly. And that's where I'm going to grab a shorter expiration, right? So let's role play here. Pause. If we lose this floor here at $59, I'm taking a shorter, probably weekly contract, save for the fact that maybe it's Thursday or Friday, all the way in the $50 area, right? I trust my strategy. I'll explain in a second, Jeff. But if I have to move through triggers and I'm speculating on taking that position, right? I have to figure out, A, where do we not want to pop back up above? Where can I set my stop loss? So like, even though, and I wouldn't short it here, but that top $79 could serve as a stop loss. But as soon as you have structure to move through, if you're targeting all the way down here at $51 and you have 2 boxes to punch through, I'm adding 2 or 3 weeks to those contracts, right? So like almost a box, it adds a week and a half, 2 weeks to the trade, because structure is tougher to move through, right? But empty space is fluid and we can move quickly through it. So taking shorter expiration contracts that are target-based, low risk, high reward, beautiful. But if you have to move through floors, or let me give you another example, IWM, right? Let's say that I take it outside of this candle. I can't guarantee that we're going to reclaim this 227.83, right? If you go right here, this is my channel, Potter Stocks Trading, 12.5 yeah, 12,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's not me. Anyway, so if we take it outside of that, I would have to. I couldn't take a weekly contract, right? Like that day, because remember, IWM. Hey, Big O. IWM has contracts that expire every single day. So I would probably go out 2 or 3 or 4 days in anticipation that, yeah, we're probably going to have to work into this floor. If that floor gets reclaimed or closed up against at the end of the day, I'll swing shorter expiration contracts up. So, all right. Moving on, I'm going to go ahead and take y'all's requests. So if you have anything that you think looks really good, if you have a biased up or down, let me know. And that way I can kind of add to that or maybe give you an alternative view. All right. Adoran, AD or AMD, a little retarded here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, it's a really, really interesting chart right now. Weekly time frame is going to be where we start though. So on the weekly, we had a floor. That floor was right here. This floor, if you look over left, so you think, no, I'm not bullshitting, right? Tap, 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 candles close, right? Becomes a really significant level. We bounce. Here, this weekly candle is trying to reclaim on the weekly and above these two wicks. Attention to detail, right? Those two wicks, 127.71, you have a pocket of empty space and a gap to fill at 138, right? This becomes a potential attractive, right? Attractive or magnet. We could call it like it's going to possibly pull price up into it. Excuse me. So moving back down to the 24-hour, we have to figure out how is AMD going to execute this trade, right? How do we get there? Now, at the moment, I think this is pretty fucking clear, right? Pretty little 24-hour box. A rejection multiple times. We can see that. 1, 2, 3. Pull back, right? And more than likely, preferably, I would love for this to become a range, right? Which might put a hold on you taking it to the upside. But we will point out at this moment that you're bouncing at what could potentially be the median. So that, listen, every seller has a job to do, and that's to push price down, right? And that's what you can see is being done here. But when you're a seller, you want to keep pushing price down. So when you bounce and you go back up, it puts sellers at odds. So if any quick jolt of price moves, you could potentially see AMD squeeze back up, right? But here's what's going to trigger us. A reclaim of the floor of 128, a punch back over 130 psychological number, and then you have a pocket of empty space here to here. And then I suspect because that's a weekly gap in there, you're more than likely going to go up into that 140. So not a bad look, but does need to trigger. Now, one thing that I'll also point out here that this floor that you're rejecting is no bitch. It's a real floor coming out from over here. So it's significant. And if you reclaim and punch back, here's what I would do. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set an alert right here, and then I'm going to go down to the 4-hour time frame, and I'm going to map out how does the lower time frame play into this. There's a box, punch back, that promises a new high. You have a floor at 129.12 right here, and then cost basis directly above that at 130. So the possibility or the play is pop, tap, maybe a quick retest, and then gap fill up to that 130. So it looks good. Might need a little bit of time to cook. There is a little gap down here at 120. So like I said, if we are unable to reclaim that floor, we could see it drop down into this area. And honestly, I think that would be the preferred move, because guess what that would create? That would create, with this wide fluctuation in price, that would create, wait for it, a channel. So anyway, that's what I think. I like it. I like when it goes down a little bit first. So, all right. Keep dropping this request. ZIM. All right, I'm listening to fucking elevator music right now. I mean, I can put the music. Let's listen to fucking some K-Dot, dude. Let's go. I just don't get monetized, but I don't really give a fuck about monetization, dude. Fuck it, you guys can listen. Let me turn that down. Hold on a second. All right. Baby, ooh. All right, so we got a ZIM. Looks like it's fighting with cost basis. Scott, I don't really have anything on the radar. I'm just coming back from a 2 week hiatus, so all I've got is long-term equity and a couple of leaps. I'm literally, I mean, I had a really good trade on Friday, or yeah, Friday. Um, but yeah, I'm looking to start building a new watch list. I've got a decent one, but yeah. GSAT? No way. I haven't played GSAT in a long time. We are live scanning right now. All right. So anyway, my point here is the floor above us, right? Major weekly floor on ZIM is right here, and that is what you were refusing. So my simple and most basic answer, which is still true, is a candle close weekly at 23 or above 2360. 24-hour time frame says the exact same thing. As of right now, any stop loss I would have probably sitting right here. Falling underneath 2130 would be no bueno. Um, so yeah, I mean, ZIM, it's a long-term stock for sure. But it does look like it's going to head up for that approach. So WBD. Oh, yo, I have to at some point show people this. Look at this. Do you guys see this? Absolutely insane. Look at the price. $4 to $489. Talk about low risk. You don't have to put a lot of money down. All right. Let's look at this thing. WB. Whatever happened to that frog? The WB frog. Okay, so I mean, the simple answer here, no need to overcomplicate it, is this top got hit. You did leak out a little bit. This is super, super. There's a lot of volume in here. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, oh wow, okay, damn. I love when I love when I even draw the line, and then my box is like, no, 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 it's here. Yeah, yeah, that was a crazy trade. All right, so what's underneath you? 24-hour time frame. All right, I don't like that. I don't like this stock already, not because of the chart, but mostly because of how it moves. It doesn't, I mean, it's not the worst in the whole world, but it's not my favorite. So you have at the moment built a small box on this one. So what I would be looking for, because you dumped so hard, I would be looking for a retest right there at 1140. That's what I would be looking for. So, all right, moving on. BA, we're going to try and move quickly here. A lot of this analysis is pretty easy. This one is no exception. Cost basis on BA is 185.45, which could result in a nasty pop up to 196 or 190, or basically 200, right? 200 is right here, this floor. It is slowing in price action. It's already punched through a bunch of boxes, moved through some empty space. So it's working to reclaim and hold this floor, and it's having some trouble doing it. So hopefully on Monday, now I don't know about plane crashes opening over the weekend, right? Again, I don't really give a fuck about news and shit like that. But 185.65, right, would be the cost basis mark here. And that would again promise us a high up to 200. But at the moment, I would also beware on the hourly. You have a pretty juicy box underneath you. So underneath 177.92, you might be coming back down. It's very, very yucky. That was Chinese planes. That's right. Uber. I'm looking for empty space, folks. So hopefully we can find it. Okay, so this is a pretty interesting little chart. Right now, you're sitting on top of this giant ass green candle. Right here. Right where the fuck that stops. And that's $60. It's also a psychological target. You have since built a box. 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So my simple answer here, right? You did bounce. Not bad. It does not promise anything. If you do fill that wick with price again, it's very possible that you do leg down. But I can also say very, hold on a second. You leaving? Leave. All right. Do you need, you got money? You got my, do you want me to send you like 500 or something? If I want, it makes me feel good. Here you go. I'll just send it because your haircuts speak. I don't know how they better be infusing gold into your fucking hair or something. I think that's where inflation really lies. Like hairstylists inflated prices ahead of the Fed. All right. Dan, can I be your girl? All right, baby. Have fun. Okay. I love you too. Be safe. It's fucking raining out and stuff. Stormy. Okay. All right. Bye. All right. Let's move on. Uber outside of 62.50. That is absolutely where we would want to see it. Now I am going to move down to the lower time frame, and this is why we do top-down analysis, right? Check this out. Do you see how on the 24-hour, it doesn't, if the 24-hour candle is closing outside of 62.50, it would still be solid. But as we move down into the lower time frame, we're going to notice that this expands, right? And so that's what we're currently dealing with. So if you're looking at Uber, you need a move outside of $63 and you're looking for a move up to this structure here. And that would be 64.50. And then I will tell you that this does look good because of this pocket of empty space. One thing I just spotted, hold on a second. Ready? Hiya! Not fucking bad. I'll write that down. I'll write that down. Uber. Cool. So yeah, I could definitely see a leg out, punch through, and be right there. Now the cool thing is that is only a deviation. I'm fucking up. Yep, there it is. All that work and McDonald's for the day would be more profitable. What are you talking about? Would make more profits? You know, I listen. The hate is fine. I really, I invite it. It does. It bounces off of me. I'm in this place where it's not my ego, dude. It's just proof. Like you can't take away. Yeah, you can't take that shit away. You can't take what I've accomplished away. You can't change the fact that people's lives, without being cringy or fucking fake, have legitimately been changed. So yeah, it feels good when I get these kind of comments because it's like honestly, y'all are shitting on your own self. So, but anyway, there is a trigger above $63, right? Floor at 64.65, punchback 65.64, and then we're looking at that floor right there at 68.28. So I mean, I do like that to go and complete the channel. It does look pretty juicy. And another thing that would be really positive here is the contracts should be cheap. They should be cheap. In fact, let's take a look really quickly. Let's look at Uber. Let's see what the contracts we're looking at. All right. So Uber, let's look at the options. And I think I would want to go out at least 2 weeks, but we'll see. Hold on. 12 days out. Oh, yeah. 60. Ooh. Yes, sir. We like that. We like that a lot. Everybody likes that. $68 strikes, $67 strikes are all beautiful. I like that. Is your parallel channel is your parallel so it is in a downtrend, yes. But I can't tell you how many times I've taken trades that look like this. One of my favorite trades this year, just one of them, was ANF. And that was kind of similar in this way. The goal is, and this is something that, the gains that I'm showing you when I scroll through this shit, the 12,000 percenters, like it seems like I'm just kind of like highlighting that, but you literally I've done this before. I could scroll so hard, just keep scrolling. I'm hyper scrolling. It's not even fucking loading. And I stop and the percentage, look at this. I don't even know where I'm at. Oh, you can't see that. They don't change, right? So when I see a setup like this, what I really see is the risk to reward turning in our favor, right? Our The point being is that when when a stock does not move in either direction, both sides of the trade, both sides of the options lose volume, therefore making it really cheap. And then when it does finally break out, the price of those contracts explodes because what does everybody do that's new? They fucking buy. And so this is where we find ourselves typically always. Come here. Now really quickly, I just saw Yared. What's the monthly cost for the Discord? If you're new here, the last thing I want you to do is join my Discord. Right now, I would invite you to please go to my YouTube. I need you to go to my YouTube. I need you to go through my educational playlist. The goal here is that this is a one and done thing. I do not want people joining my Discord coming straight from my live streams at all. In fact, there's a lot of people who have, I'm giving you it all for free right now. And most of it, if not all of it, is for free on my YouTube. I have a Discord. It is not cheap. The monthly, it only comes in the quarterly. And so you shouldn't want to buy it. You should probably wait until you can see that the strategy works. And then most, if not all, and I know there's some people watching in here who have done this, they made the money and then they joined. And that makes me feel better because you're getting your value, I'm getting mine, whatever. But yeah, that's if you're new here, that is extremely important that you have a good understanding of what we're doing inside of this Discord and what type of trading because that is going to be the most pivotal thing. It'll set you apart. Is to understand my strategy, what we're looking to accomplish, and how we trade. And all of that is, again, Potter Stocks Trading right here. So 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Oh, all right. So my daughter is absolutely losing her shit right now. Thanks for the follow, Tim. All right. So anyway, to finish that rant, please go to my YouTube channel. Please go to the educational playlist right here. Go to the breakdowns, all that other good stuff. Right here, Potter Stocks Trading. It's all for you. Okay. Um, and then if you like what you see, you think it can help you. I do not want people trying to like buy this if it strains your wallet. You can do most of it inside of my free Discord. You'll talk with other people, but this is something that if you're going to join, you just have to be well versed in what we're doing. So, all right, moving on. What do we got next here? Celsius, or what the fuck is this? Hold on. Why is this? Yeah, Celsius. I have to turn, it like translates people's fucking text. It's kind of annoying. I really think that Celsius is likely going to break down. It looks like it wants to go to $23. Not not a super fan on that one. So yeah, above $28, maybe you pop back up for a retest. You are at cost basis, but Celsius looks like it might be wanting to come down. So, all right, EL. You all done? You feel better? Come here, give me a hug. All right. Can you talk to her? Okay. Go play, and I'll be done in just a second. All right. We're gonna paint. Okay. Love you. All right. Right here. This is our long mark. 76, right? $76, and that's where I would be looking for the first green candle to my left or floor, and that's 78.14. This likely looks like it wants to create some sort of a downtrend looking like this. So I could see maybe a little bit of a pop up here, but obviously if you do break down below this box, you do have the potential of creating, or rather, you know, whatever creating, but you have the possibility of coming all the way back down. So to the upside, that one's a little bit less. That's where Estee Lauder would have to move through that box and that one. So, all right. UNH. Okay, so I think the obvious thing here, and this is where we have to zoom out, and I believe I stated this previously. Yeah, we did. We talked about the most recent price action. So right now, you've bounced off of cost basis pretty fucking hard. You've left that resistance of 506 coming from over here, and you've already tried to kind of pop up and grab this. So when you see a green candle, right, you'll move quickly in the red candles, but the green candle is going to stop you. So you move down to the 4-hour, and we can see that green candle is actually representing a box. That empty space ends at 520, which is cost basis. So my thoughts are, which this could be a pretty good trade, a punch over. Again, fuck them, but still some money from them if you can. But I could see a potential move, up to the 545, 550 level. So, or yeah, 545. I'm sorry. If you do or are looking for a downside move, that's not going to happen until 50360. So, all right. I'll let you know if I like it. Obviously I'll let you know. But well, thanks. Yo, okay. I haven't looked at this stock and charted this stock since back here. I don't know what the fuck I was drawing. I think I was drawing one of these, but anyway, 1, 2, 1, 2, cost basis, buckle my shoe. We've got a overhead, right here. This is currently a floor that we're trying to work through. We'll get rid of this stuff. So here's what I see, and it doesn't look. It could be both sides, unfortunately. So you're sitting on top of a box. You got cost basis 125.25. So if that punches down, you're looking at a retracement likely to 123, and it would look something like this, likely creating some sort of upwards channel, like so. Um, but you do have to see price above 127, and at that point you're in need of a 128 reclaim and a 129 punchback, and that's where this play gets good. Everybody should have alerts set if you like this setup. I For me, I don't trade without confirmation. So this shit for the fucking birds. Above that, okay, we'll take a look at it. By the way, thank you for the gifts, people. I just saw those and tapping your screen. I do appreciate you. Already 20,000 likes. Welcome back. All right. Thanks for sharing the live mug. Yes. Okay, so I have a box here, and I remember when I drew this, it was not a box. I had mentioned I was utilizing that box to show the range, so don't get that misconstrued. But it does seem that you have gone to the candle closes on APS right here at $2, right where those candles get pulled back and closed. And so it makes it very clear that any movement, and this could, I mean, this could squeeze out, this could be a big ripper, because you do have a lot of empty space, clear levels all the way up to, I mean, I don't fuck around with things like this, but, you know, you do have clear levels at 260 and up at 288. Price action right now is definitely a deterrent for me. Again, if that could be something you're trade it how you want. But here's what I see on a lower time frame. You have a small box in the most recent price action, and you have a very, 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 very small box. There you go. I had to go to the hourly top-down analysis. So my point here is above $2, squeeze out, you could see that rip. If you punch down below 175, you now have downside to potentially break down. But there's just so much there's such a lack of volume. So um do what? Somebody laughing at 1,000. What's happening? Anyway, APPS SMCI. I don't like that one a lot at all. All right, starting fresh. Perfect. That's fucking perfect. Easy analysis right there. Structure, points of contact off at the top here. Same thing here at the bottom. That is exactly what we have bounced off of. That's 29.80. If you break down, and right now you are coming off of rejection of the top, so if the 30.88 floor is lost, I suspect you will move into cost basis at $28, where then you would have a potential leg down all the way to the floor, right? Punch down, and then I could see a leg down to that floor. On the flip side, if by chance this was to bounce again, it would make it really, really hard for sellers to push it back down, and you could see a rip up to touch this 38.24, which is the first green candle to our left. So, oh, that's why that Nick kid was laughing, because he has his own. He's a momentum trader. Oh my God! Somebody tag that Nick Stroh guy and tell him that you're praying for him. Momentum traders have it the worst, dude. They are always chasing my tail, or our traders. Anybody who uses my system, they're chasing us. They're buying our contracts. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. Yeah, no problem. I think I did have something. Hold on a second. I love people do that, and then they think I won't fucking. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry. Just had to be petty. Let's see. I missed the fireplace in the background. Yeah, I'll put a fake one back there for you, man. Thank you, Christopher. Turn off. There we go. Auto translation turned off. Yeah. Really quickly, if you are following me, you're gonna see a lot of copycat Potter stocks trying to follow you, message you. There's probably some terrible people right now watching, looking to scam you right now. I will not DM you. I do not have copy trading. I don't have anything of that nature, and nor will I offer it. I hardly message my own grandma. I'm definitely not going to be randomly messaging you. So, all right, moving on. SMCI's got that tension. SES. Oh, dude. Yeah, you you don't know about this one. See, you already wicked outside of it. See, that punchback gave you a new high. That new high touched the floor of this box and pulled you back in. So right now you got to hold the 178 and build off of cost basis. The punchback happening at $3. If that's broken, sure, maybe you get another leg up. This kind of stuff I don't even really like doing analysis on, but 338. Oh Lord, have mercy. Yeah, I'm not charting that. No, no offense, Aaron. I'm not charting that. There's no chart there. That's a pump and dump. It's sure it does have empty space. It's probably gonna fucking go and tap 138, but that's all for you, bro. I'm not. I ain't fucking with it. I'll catch 1,000. I mean, if you look at the fucking percentages that I'm showing you right here, dude, we're doing that on a daily basis. You know, 2, 3, 4, 500. Look at this shit. So, all right. Anyway, let's look at something better. I think I have an ABBV. Okay, that one's easy. So you retested the floor over here that I drew previously, a couple 2 weeks ago. You built a box, and now if you, and this is where you are susceptible for a leg down. If you fall under 176.50 and break one, well, you will go to cost basis. Cost basis is 173.60. If that's broken, yeah, you might be going down. There is a potential uptrend here, right? So bouncing off of any one of these levels here, going sideways could save it. But yeah, this is let's look at the weekly really quick. Yeah, definitely one that I would just be patient on, because at the same time, while I'm calling for this, not even calling, but looking at a potential leg down, you could bounce it. And if you sideways here, you could quite simply just curl right back up and start making that next high and try to go reclaim the 186.50 mark. So not super clear, but does have triggers around it. So hi, I'm asking nicely. You better check it right now. So bossy. So sassy. Wow. You always say this ST hit point. Weird. Uh, is this what you're talking about? STK? All right. Anyway, well, I'm going to keep moving. SFM Sprouts Market is looking like it might be trying to bounce here off of this little floor. Ugh, really, really rough. Let me not even say that yet. Okay, so you do have empty space underneath you. What is above and what is below? You have a box here, and it seems like you lost that floor, tried to go fill back up, and then fell. So you are susceptible underneath this wick right there, where you wick off of over here too. That's 127. That's leg down. Now, when honestly, I might have to take a look at this myself, because when you dump that hard and that fast, it attracts a lot of sellers and makes for an easy squeezer. So there could be a channel here present, and I think the 4 hour is where we're going to be able to see that in action. So right now, clear as day, 130.50, punch back. There's a gap fill right here, and that's where I think you'd have a clean shot at trying to reclaim the 134 floor. So January 1st, market crash 60%. All right, man. I hope so. I don't care. If it does, it does. Confluence. Okay. I have not looked at this in a long ass fucking time, but guess what? All the boxes fucking work. Yeah, I have not looked at this in a long, long, long ass time. Um, oh God. Oh, ew. Yuck. Yucky. Yeah. So, first of all, you're in a massive weekly area of consolidation with a hard top at 34.21. You hit it. You're pulling back. You're leaving structure behind. So, any chance of a reversal isn't going to be a mystery. 31.30 is above you. And then you're currently sitting right there. So, you're in between two boxes where I would hold my biased. There's also a channel down. Very easy. Like that. So honestly, I'm not a big fan of that until one of these triggers pops. But how long would you say you're in a trade for on average? So my favorite and preferred and regular trades are going to be trades that I take at the end of the day, between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. I'll buy these contracts, and then typically, right, if it's an overnight empty space play, then I am looking maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock. I mean, it's really hard to give you a solid like average 0 days to expiration. So one thing about our strategy, and a lot of people try and shit on me for it, but it just doesn't work because they literally can't argue with what I do. Um, is I am looking for contracts that have lost a lot of value, but I'm looking for tension. Tension breaks. Tension also creates the cheap contracts. So when the move happens, those really cheap contracts, even if the target never gets hit, because we have a really supreme targeting system where we hit our targets. So we pick target-based contracts that are typically far out of the money, and yes, shorter in expiration. It doesn't mean that they expire today. Don't listen to Bab. Seriously. Bab, I don't know who you are. You just called for a 60% market crash on January 1st. Where the fuck did you get that from? And please don't tell people that I'm teaching and then look in the face of fucking retarded gains, ridiculous gains, and say that this doesn't work or that he shouldn't. Don't tell people what to do. Now, I will tell people that, yeah, contracts that expire today, yeah, they're going to be a lot more risky. And I typically like to go with weekly expirations earlier in the week. I'm a prosecutor. Prosecute these nuts. I don't care. Do not come in my channel trying to fucking teach people. You just said there's going to be a 60% market crash on January 1st. I already know what time it is, son. You're on conspiracy timing. I bet your fucking year to date is rough because you're trading off of these ideas, dude. Yeah, take a seat, man. You're going in the penalty box. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Listen, it's really good because I enjoy this. If I'm looking at these kind of gains and I'm seeing that, and this again, we're in fucking November. Again, I wish it was. Well, I wish it was a fluke. You could just call me out. But look at this. Like I'll keep scrolling. Right. Look at the percentage gains. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Wait, hold on. You can't even see it. Wait. 11. Your gain is based on a short squeeze? What are you talking What are you talking about, dude? I mean, to your point, every day, short squeezes occur. Every single day. I don't care if you're a technician, prosecutor. I don't care if you're Jesus. Jesus wouldn't be caring about the stock market anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and Bab. I really could care less about anything you got going on, homie. You're in your own on your own island. I'm gonna mute you, respectfully. Shut the fuck up. All right, we're gonna mute that right there. Now what? No way, bro. No way, bro. Said no copy trading. Yeah, no copy trading. No copy. I don't have any of that. So, do you go over picking option contracts on my YouTube channel? I do. Yeah. Every Discord I've joined. Oh, this. So again, you go to my website, simplestacksinvestments.com, and the first thing you're gonna see, if that's not something that interests you, I don't want your money. I don't want your time. We're going to be wasting each other's time. Unless you truly believe that you can do this on your own, I can't help you. If you do, then I can. All right. Anyway, that felt good. That felt really good. PDYN. All right, you chill. All right, I can't. I've charted this a long time ago, but I can't. When you have I mean, these are squeezy stocks. Good rip. But one thing, the reason that I don't like to chart it, not because the charting is hard, but because it's typically because most people try to take something after a big move has happened. That's called FOMO. So, but anyway, you have two boxes, two sets of structure. It looks like PDYN every single time. Look at that. I didn't even look to the right. And immediately, cost basis 1381. So if you are looking for new highs, you have to break 1381, reclaim 15, and then I'd give you a target of 1888. All right, GSAT. You did say that at the beginning of the stream. Let's take a look at it. I made a lot of money on GSAT, almost like $18,000 on that stock. And then I tried to trade it again, and I lost like $3,000. It was sad, but that was years and years ago, before we even had a name. Okay, so I'm going to keep this really simple. This is how I just avoid being inside of trades or stocks that don't make sense for me, right? It is very simple. You need to be above 280. And I know this is probably anybody could do this and give you this analysis, but it's true. Above 280, right? Maybe $3 because you have a double wick off of that. That's where GSAT can start moving up. And I'd just give you a target of 360. But while you're inside of a weekly area of consolidation, everybody suffers. So NVIDIA looks like hot dog doo-doo water. The one thing I can say is, boy, is everybody getting fucked. I've been watching the contracts on NVIDIA. I'm talking about a royal ass whooping. I saw contracts that were like $2,000. They're at like $60 a piece. Brutal fuckery. But the simple answer here, and this is why I haven't touched NVIDIA. I know some of our traders in the Discord have. They've caught some lower time frame moves. That's all good. My strategy is good for all forms of trading. All forms of trading. But I like to avoid it because I like 24-hour time frame. So here's the story. Right now, you are in a really, 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 really pivotal area for NVIDIA. You are sitting on top of the area that you broke out from. This is extremely important because if you are breaking back down underneath the resistance that you broke out from previously, it means you no longer have the buying support to support that price that it has progressed to, and it means that sellers have taken over that price. So if we were to fall underneath that 130 mark and close a candle on the weekly, we would be looking down, right? At the moment, I can also see really clearly, and we'll do this without the box, the tops of these candles right here That is what you need to be above. And that's where we'll see NVIDIA move out. Now we can break this down further by moving to the 24-hour time frame where you have a juicy fucker. And it becomes so clear. To me, it makes my fucking toes curl, dude. I'm like, yo, that's it. I just wait. I don't have to stress out about it. I don't get into it. It doesn't make sense. I don't do it. You have moved up to reclaim that floor that you rejected as cost basis. You have moved up and you failed. Not a single candle close on top of that floor. So price is falling back down from whence it came. And you can, God damn it, dude, this shit's hot. This is, I started an OnlyFans for charting, dude. I'm sorry. Just the mechanical nature of it, dude. I'm like Steve Irwin for stocks. So here's what I see. A pullback retest of the area of consolidation that you broke down from. So if you fall underneath 135, you're susceptible to move to cost basis, which could trigger a move down. Don't believe him. He's not sorry. I'm not sorry. Anyway, can your orientation be charts? I don't know. 130, 135. That would be the target down. But let's pay attention to how the fuck we actually got there. You dumped in one solid 4-hour candle, leaving behind empty space. You retraced 50% of that candle on the bounce. So yeah, above 137, we could start looking at a retracement back up. But that wouldn't be solved until we go to the hourly, and that confirms my trade. Above 137.36, we're looking at a retest of that floor. We have a punchback at 139.70 on this hourly time frame, which would signal a break and downtrend. Beautiful. Pop, grab the floor, punch back, and we're looking at a, I'm going to go ahead and just give you a solid motherfucking target. That's going to be 144. Can you do this speaking English? That's tough. That's tough. So I like this on a coming off of the retest. Again, it is too soon for me to say definitively that we're going up. If you had closed a candle here on Friday, I would say no brainer. We're taking it to the upside. But at this point in time, you are sitting on both, which could bring you down or which could take you back up. So how do we find cheap contracts? I look for stocks that have gone sideways, stocks that have created tension. Okay. Does your strategy work on NQ or MU? Yes. It works. It worked. It works for crypto. I mean, honestly, I've watched and I've been watching the returns from the people who do trade crypto, and it's cool because it's seasonal. You know, if crypto's good for a while, then it's not. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it, but yes, all of it. If it's a market. I mean, I've charted corn futures with the Potter box, and somehow even the corn knows the box. Fucking love the Potter box system. Juicy. So yeah, yes, it works on everything. All right, Meta. Ooh, damn. I have not looked at this in a couple of weeks. Now, Meta looks like, okay, so you came down, tap, retest, floor, fail, 4-hour. Oh, fuck. Box. So this, oof, damn. Makes sense. So channel down, similar to that chart that I just showed you on NVIDIA. So Meta above 608, target 617. 585 is your floor. If that is lost, I'm looking at a target over here to my left, represented by this structure right here, and that's in perfect confluence, 575. Don't listen to scammers. Trust Solana, HBAR, AVAX, DOT before it's too late. I think that was probably the scammiest sentence I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Anyway, sorry, this blew my mind. The audacity. All right, I already did Tesla. I don't fuck with Forex, Chase. I've already done Tesla. It will be on my YouTube channel later on. Check it out. HD. It's all right. TikTok's already about to be banned, right? Or possibly. You're about to see some of these motherfuckers start really hurting. All right. Well. That I could see being a interesting play. Okay, so let's work on what is above and what is below. This is above or below, excuse me. So 371.33 would be a potential breakdown level underneath 380. As of right now, it looks like we're piggybacking off of this old box. Hold on a second. Hello? Hey, what's up? It's not today? Are you serious? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Can I call you right back in just a second? Go shop. Target. How? Yes, the new house needs stuff. Your appointment got canceled. I just sent you $500, and you have your own money. I don't. I know what I would do. I ain't coming home. Go wherever you want then. I'll think about it. All right, that means you're coming home. I'm gonna paint. All right, we'll argue about this later. There's a. We're gonna have a big fight when you go home. All right. Bye. I love you. Sometimes you just got to spark the fight before it happens, and then it just neutralizes them. They can't fight back if you've already initiated or said there's going to be one. Because your girl don't want to listen to you anyway. So if you say there's gonna be a fight, they're gonna do everything they can to not fight you. It's beautiful. I'm just W strat. All right. I right now I think the simple answer here for HD is let it get back up above and reclaim the 397.71 floor, and then you can start targeting 408. But I can see that you are pretty well consolidated here, so just use the trigger up below 390. You're going to go back down to your floor potentially, or I would say your floor absolutely. Um, yeah, so or outside of that, which I would prefer if I have it my way, I would prefer it to come down and then bounce really hard and go straight up there. So chart women, please. Yeah, my computer crashes. Potter gives marriage advice. Do you have a video on finishing cheap contracts? Yeah, there's videos where I cover contract selection. Yeah, so all right. Wait, what was that one? RGTI, baby crumbs. I know you've been asking. Rigetti. Is this Italian? It's got to be Italian. Italian computers. They only calculate spaghetti. I'm sorry. I've got 2% Italian in me, so you know. All right. I see. I mean, if this is all time highs, I cannot help you. So here, the reason I say that is because my strategy thrives off of structure, right? So I'm going to be transparent, and every strategy has their weakness. All time highs is mine because I play in pockets, right? So, for example, if we had mapped out that this was the target because of the new high, and we are in this box right here, I could say pop out, leave a structure, and take it up to 11. That would make sense. But when you're in new highs, the only thing I can do is tell you where you're going to fall, which can be helpful in terms of stop losses. But as far as new targets, doesn't help. So just keeping it 100 with you, that is the all-time highs is my weak spot. But I do have a group of people, and I do work closely with another group called TTI, or the Trading Initiative, and that's where he thrives. And so he uses Fibonacci, which is totally cool. I don't use it unless I am in all-time highs. So, all right. Hood, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. There's a lot of 174 of you guys in here. If you guys are new here and have never watched me before, drop a hands comment, or maybe tomatoes. We haven't done tomatoes in a while. Throw a tomato on the stage. Yeah, make sure to drop a file so you know when I go live. But yeah, drop an emoji. Who I don't care what it is. Who's new here? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, so if you are new, I would like to give you really quick instructions. One, this is not reverse psychology. I do not want you to join my Discord until A, you've already gone through my YouTube channel. You need to know what the strategy is, and you are welcome to join my free Discord and talk to any of the members who are currently learning, have learned. Yeah, right. Any of those people, right? You can speak to them freely, DM them. I don't put a block between that. And I encourage you to do that because I'm proud of what I've created and how it's helped people. But go to my YouTube channel, go to the educational playlist, then start going over some of the Sundays lives and looking at the evidence, right? Your brain is going to feel a lot better about making a decision, and you need to make that a habit anyway, where you do your research, you see the proof, right? And that's somewhere where you can feel good about placing your time and your energy. And you don't have to buy anything to actually take advantage of this strategy. The group and its purpose is meant to be a hive mind. There's over 400 or 500 people in the Discord who all use the same strategy. So we operate like a massive scanner. We're always finding plays, or there's some other sector, or somebody's got something. It can be a double-edged sword and be a little distracting. So, it's one, you have to have your own understanding of it. But anyway, that's it. If you do join, totally cool. Please DM me and tell me why you're joining my Discord, what brought you here, and what you're looking to accomplish. I get a lot of DMs, and I just ask that everybody who does join, give me a rundown. Why are you here? What are you doing? And if you do not agree with what you're reading in front of you, then also I really don't want you to join. Because if you want signals and you think that somebody telling you what to buy and sell is the way to get where you're trying to go, I'll see you when you get back. I've never met a soul who's been able to do it. All right. Hood. Hood punched down through the box. So if you look at the box, you punch straight through that box, dipped into this structure over here, and then we're able to pull yourself back out. Since you've bounced and you have not been able to re-break out outside of 39.50. So that's my simple answer. Long above 39.59 for a retest of 40.23. This can be and should be used as a box. So if you were to punch over 40.50, you have a target of 41. At the same time, if you are closing a candle underneath 38.64, cost basis is around 37.75. Who's Ivy on my Discord? That is my my assistant. She handles all customer service, I guess if you want to call it that. Upgrading people, questions about the Discord, anything and everything that you could possibly think of. She's fucking doing it. So, is the Discord private to join? The YouTube link says it. I would go to my right here and click on this icon. Yeah. I'm not even in my side profile. All right. So anyway, yeah, go there. All right. Yeah, and that's the way I want it to be. Once you make profit, then, that becomes an option. So, J&J weekly cost basis. How long have we been live? Hour 30. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start moving towards the close here. Candle's about to close. All right, Johnson & Johnson is sitting on cost basis. Very, very clear. Very, very clear. You will leave when you leave 146.70. And that's where you have a potential weekly target up here at this candle at 150 psychological. Go to the, yeah, that makes so much sense. You guys probably have the perfect analysis. You don't need my help. Box here separates you from reclaiming that floor. So, I mean, the simple answer is above here, go here. If you're able to reclaim and punch through here, I'd be aiming right there. There you go. Good day, Dana-ish. Okay. Man, talk about a fall, dude. That makes sense. That's a whole box. You've already popped down through it. So here's what I think. I think we're going to identify the floor underneath us, which is going to be 36.55. And then we're going to identify what's above us, which is going to be 38.54. So these are the parameters that you can set for both short and long above 38.50 for a retest simply of $40. Easy. And then obviously a breakdown here would give way to empty space, and I'd be looking for a leg down there. That's an easy chart. Here we go with the empty space. Mask. You think I could convince you? I bet you if you watched me for 1 week, you'd be dreaming about empty space. I promise you. Plus your account and your gains will probably never look like that, so. Anyway, what are those boxes? Those are Potter boxes. Will we be dreaming about you? There's a good chance you'll be dreaming about me. I had a dream somebody was robbing my bank on Christmas Eve, actually. Peyton woke me up, or tried to wake me up. I was yelling in my sleep. Charting is easy once you get the system, so. Yeah, I haven't been around the last. What webcam do I have? Logitech. Senses simps. And it's sensing some simps right now and shutting down. You guys fucking broke my camera. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. It's the newest Logitech camera. It's got a simp detector though. Broke brother detection system. I did do QQQ and Spy already. Those will be uploaded on my YouTube. So, all right. Does my webcam look good? Does that look clear? I look well rested. I am well rested, my guy. Tips for a beginner, how to start learning. Go to my YouTube channel, ask a lot of questions, be an asshole, fucking grill people. If you don't see evidence, you don't fucking do it. This is a serious business. Don't fucking fall for anybody's shit. You either see what they're saying works, don't buy into the flashy shit. Look at what their students, look at who their members are and what they're doing, and that's how you verify that you're in the right place to learn. Because a lot of people want to learn and they go to the wrong people and then they learn a bunch of bullshit, and then they have to spend years on learning it. I have, as a teacher, I don't like Lambos. I don't like. I've never been a car guy, like ever. 2025 Forerunner. I love that. I have looked at a G wagon because my fiance wants me to get her a G wagon, but she wants pearly white with like an interior. Dude, she's going. I will sue. God damn it, sue me. I've had a great year, dude. I could use a little bit of litigation. Sue me. Sue me. Sue me, dude. All right, moving on. Target. Yeah, I got you. Sue me. I love it, dude. Dude, this guy. Okay, so just real quick, we're making fun of you, but it blows my mind. I'm showing proof, and I've shown proof. I think I've seen this guy before. Just absurd amounts of proof, and I mean the gains are ridiculous. My system is fucking ridiculous. Look at these. I mean, it just doesn't stop. And I've explained it to people like, yo, you could literally go all the way to May, January, like of last year, and you're not gonna see anything change. Dude, do it. Do it. Please sue me. Please. What? You know what? What are you going to sue me for? But seriously, go ahead. I invite you. I will have my lawyer waiting, dude. I will have my lawyer waiting, dude. Go ahead. I love it. That honestly, it just is crazy for somebody to see another person doing it right, and clearly they're doing it wrong, and they're taking out that frustration and anger they feel. I mean, dude, I'm sorry that your life sucks so fucking bad that you can't even see a good thing in front of you. I don't want you to buy my shit. I don't want your money. I said, give me 1 week and I'll teach you. You know what? Here, hold on. Hold on 1 second. I will teach you how to do this. Then you can make money and sue me even harder. You know what I'm saying? Get 2 lawyers. I love this shit. I'm a shit talker, so talk shit, get lit. 138. 138. Get Ken K as a lawyer. My Discord is not free, but I have considered opening a 2-week trial at the end of this week. Or, yeah, end of this week. How do you sign up? Ken, if you're brand new, I'm kind of like pushing you guys away a little bit. Go to my YouTube channel first. Make your decision after that. But if you are trying to sign up, you go to my website right here. Scroll down, you'll find the memberships. Pick which one you want. Then when you get in the Discord, please. I don't have any requests. I don't see any requests for anybody to join the live, man. I do have a date. I think I'm gonna do it this Wednesday. I'm gonna do the Q&A this Wednesday evening. I haven't. That's not for sure yet though. So no P and D just makes my money. Okay. Q&A, like questions and answers. All right. Let's go ahead and do one last big lot of tickers. Really quickly for Target, this is so simple. I'm going to set an alert right here. I want to see Target moving outside of 138, and I'll take it all the way up to 145 and maybe even all the way up to 150. I like it a lot, and I've told people that. I really like Target a lot. I think Target has greater potential than what I'm showing you here. I think this is a long-term play. I mean, it's fucking gorgeous. You've got a massive box. And if this box is unleashed, that volume will be distributed, and there's really no structure to stop you. You have a light, wavy structure right here with cost basis at 166, right? And then you look over to your left and it's fucking empty space all the way to 195. So this could be the curl. And there is only one pattern that I unleash my massive box is crazy. But there is one pattern that I do. I still use my boxes. I still use my strategy. But if it is an inverse head and shoulders, that is a proven, right, percentage return play. There is a good percentage of W's coming out of the inverse head and shoulders. Regardless of that, I would never get into it unless I have a trigger and it is confirmed. So 153, maybe leap it. 166, 195. I hate how easy you find your boxes. It takes me 5 to 10 minutes. Listen, that is repetition. That is repetition. I mean, think about this live. I've been live for an hour and 40 minutes, and I don't even know how many tickers I've charted. You go and you look at an earnings calendar and chart them all. Shut up. You chart all of them. All of them. Just look through them. Find their boxes. Or decide, make definitive decision. This is a shit chart. This is a good chart. Like, you just do top down, weekly, 24-hour. Then if I find a good, all of my plays come from higher time frames, because higher time frames give you higher returns, because we know that the market is a fractalized version of itself. So what exists on the higher time frame exists on the lower time frame, right? And so if I know that a 5-minute box will punch up and it will go into empty space and move to that next 5-minute target, then I know the 24-hour box is going to give me the same thing. So as soon as I find that 24-hour setup, I'm moving down, right? I'm moving down into lower time frames to map out using the same strategy and basically trigger from there. So this is a strat from the 60s. It's golden. This is not a strat from the 60s. I know what strategy you're referring to, and that is a incomplete strategy. And the person who invented it never had their family impoverished. He was poor. He never made a dime off of the actual stock market. So my strategy is to use the 50% mark. If a 50% mark of any box is broken, then that triggers and guarantees a new high. If that new high has empty space or a lack of resistance, that's where I take this trade. So, guys, scared I'd cook him because he's talking BS. There's no place to press request to join me. Wait, are you talking to me? Or that guy? Guy scared I'd cook him? Who you trying to cook, dude? Yeah, I know who you're talking about too. So I've joined 2 courses and learned nothing and lots of money. Heath, don't buy my course. Don't buy my workshop. I promise you, you can literally go to my YouTube channel, to the educational. And before everybody, I can tell there's an increase of shit talkers right now. Shit talk this. These are people who are making money far more than they would ever pay me. I mean, yeah, I just, all your shit just bounces off of me. I really couldn't care. If I did care, then I would just turn over and look at the testimonials and be like, oh yeah, look at what I've accomplished. Look at what my strategy does for people. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, while I was gone, these were the gains that were registered. I mean, 950%, 771%. He's doing a small account, 102%, 566%. It's a beautiful thing, dude. Talk fair value gap, liquidity, and balance equilibrium. Tyler, no. No, dude. Don't get me started, bro. Listen, no. No. No, dude. You got enough problems as it is. You have enough unprofitability in front of you, dude. Get that bullshit out of here, dude. That is the worst. No, it does not move the markets. You really think that a guy This guy who you think invented the strategy claims that he's going to win the Robbins Cup every single year and fails miserably and blows his account. And then he says that he was kidnapped by fucking market makers so that he could design the market. That's insane. You got to get a reality check, my brother. Nah, that's what moves the markets is actually crazy. And even if it does, my strategy works better. You're not getting this. You're not getting the returns that we're getting. And I think that's just like what blows my mind about people like yourself. That's hilarious. He wanted to join my live so he could try and cook me. Dude, you're nuts. Tyler. I mean, your parents looked you dead in the eye and named you Tyler, but crazy. I'll tell you what, if you stop this nonsense system, I won't. That's hilarious. I'll just quit. Oh, yo, Mask of level 4, whatever, dude. That is Rusty Rod. He always is threatening to sue me for talking shit about his wife or something like that. You're not going to sue me. Please. Please. Tyler, you've never gotten a payout. You can't even get your brokerages to actually pay you out. So, no, you don't make any money. I can tell. I'm literally, oh, and I see. I'm looking at your page right now. Yeah, no need to engage with this guy. Anyway, we're going to continue building a watch list and making money as we typically do. Although I do like engaging with you dorks, and it is fun. It's not profitable. It's not profitable, so we got to focus here. 138 break on target, going up to that 146.75. What do we got next? 10-year note. Drop the ticker, bro. You really want me to do GameStop? I don't know if I'm... well, I did place this fucking wall here a month ago. I said that if you break outside of 25.30, you'll go to this wall. If you could break that wall, you might hit the imbalance. The imbalance was right here, and you did. So, it's right in my wheelhouse. What's the... yeah, that's pretty simple. You literally have an overhead ceiling right here at 4.7, and then you have a box right there. So right in that medium. Yeah, it looks good. I know that there's a different ticker that has the dollar amount. So Jose, get the fuck out of here, dude. I feel bad for all the people listening to you, even though they're profitable. If you're inside of this chat right now and you've made ridiculous gains this year because of this strategy, let this guy go. I mean, Tyler, I don't know what you're doing. I literally, like, what is the purpose? Is it just angering you that you're unprofitable? Like, what? Like, let's have a little therapy session here. Like, what is? Oh, you muted him. But anyway, I get it, man. Life is frustrating when you can't even get your brokerage to pay you out. I totally get it. And if you're gonna hate, dude, you gotta fucking, you gotta hate a little harder or do better, be smarter, because you really suck at it. You suck at hating. Celsius, I did that one. I did it. I think this one might go down, Big O. It's punching down right now. It's not a box that it's punching through. I should be specific about that. It's not a box. It is a floor 70 or 25.73. So either, excuse me, look for a bounce and then you can punch back through this box, or you're gonna clear that low and fall. So I've been on the Discord for 5 years. You'll definitely be profiting. Let's fucking go. I mean, again, I do it. I know it probably seems like I don't, but I enjoy engaging sometimes with this because it's funny to see people seeing us win as hard as we are, and then they cannot comprehend it because their strategy says that they can't, and so they fucking project onto me. Pause. Don't project on my face. Elucid. Now that's juicy. That is a perfect example. And I know that some people in the Discord actually made a bag on this. This is a perfect example of the strategy itself, the box, punching out and filling that empty space quickly. Then when you get to that empty space, the 50% mark is what holds you. I've been in this Discord for under 2 months. I could definitely say it's worth it. That's awesome. Again, my MO here, and I don't, I mean, I think I've turned away probably like half of my audience this year to not buy my shit because I know that they can go to my YouTube channel and I want them to feel good, just as good as they do about taking a trade, about joining the Discord. And I want it to be something that they're like, okay, I can profit off of this. Otherwise, it's just they're coming in for the same reason. So I've just did PLTR. This will all be on YouTube later on. I'm gonna upload it as soon as I come finish with this. All right, I was gonna say come back. I should probably finish my fucking sentences. Anyway, Asana. Ooh, ooh, what we got here? Damn. Okay, so and we're going to focus on the most recent price action, but what I would like to see looking at the 24-hour time frame is a breakdown underneath 2075, and that's where I would really be paying attention to what price does because you have a lot of empty space underneath you and this could be a nice juicy clean flush. You built a box underneath support that you tried to reclaim. Again, we can look right here. That buy floor here at 23 was refused. If you were to reclaim that, that could change the game. And your goal now is to break down below 2083. If you were to bounce and reclaim and punch back, I suspect that you will build this channel. So you could leak down here, pop back up, right? Cruise up here, make everybody think it's going to go back up again. If it rips up really, really hard like this, it's easy to reverse. Then you come back down and hit the 2475. Juicy. So this box has been eliminated. It has been moved through fluidly now multiple times. I don't know where this channel is coming from because it's a deviation of the channel that I was drawing before, which is massive. Okay, so with this one, we're going to get rid of this giant box and we're going to focus on the most recent price action, which basically will have a structure up above us right here with a floor of $33.30. So as while you're in range, I withhold any of my opinions on whether it's going to go up or down. All I know is that it does not become a profitable or a structural trade until 33 is reclaimed and $37 is punched over, which would give you an opportunity to punch over and through this structure here, which is going to represent cost basis, and that would give you access into resistance at 49. Whew. All right. TG1, what are you doing, dude? Why not make that box all the way to the bottom? Right here? If you're talking about in this, look at the floor, dude. Why would in the most recent price action, what you're referring to, I believe, is the weekly, right? Where, yes, you would be correct in giving it the whole box. But inside, as we move lower, it's going to be made up of more structure. So, Johnny, that will be on YouTube. I'm going to be posting this YouTube here shortly. So, okay. Smallest time frame I use, whatever's necessary. The lowest I'll go, man, is typically like the 3, but that's like if shit's ripping so hard. Thoughts on Diddler's affair with Juan? Figured it was going to happen at some point. All right, let's rush through these. GTI, Graphite, Graphjet. Okay. Now that kind of catches my attention a little bit. Box, empty space. So you should be looking at a $2 retest, dollar move. Now, here's after that, that's where things get a little bit fishy, but it does also appear there is a channel here of some sort. So I would be looking, and we're going to have to go to the 24-hour now. So this is going to be an adventure, but it definitely is not the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. So right now, I'd be looking for a reclaim and test of 258. If you're able to punch through the 50% mark of this, I'd be looking for a retest of 425. If that is able to be reclaimed, I think $7 would be a suitable target. How do you identify when it's necessary? So like when I can't see structure. So for example, like let's see. So let's say I'm trading IWM, and it's ripping, right? Just or down. It's just dumping super fast. I don't have anything inside of here. So as I move down, right? I'll go to the 15-minute. Okay, I don't see any structure. No, I don't see where wicks are gravitating towards. I go to the 5-minute. Now, right? As we're falling, let's say that I take this short here and it just dumps. In order for me to be able to, and sometimes it's best just to let it run, but let's say it's running into a support and it bounces and it starts going back up. I can use the lower time frame to identify structure that would basically reverse us. So for example, box here, if I was to have runners, this dumps down, bounces, right? 5-minute floor, reclaim, punch back. The system works on the 5, so you would likely reverse. So I would use or look for these structures to essentially use as stop losses. So what do I think of TJR? I believe he's a scammer, man. I really do. And in fact, I have seen several videos now calling him out for what he's doing with his prop firm. This guy had a $25,000 payout that's from TJR's brokerage, and they reinvestigated how he made that money and said that it wasn't a sustainable way to trade and canceled his fucking payment. Bro, I'd be fighting. I'd be fucking fighting. So I think that any motherfucker out here starting a goddamn prop firm is a fuckhead and a terrible person who deserves to be dealt with. So anyway, whoa, sorry. All right, let's do a few more. I saw snow. 24-hour. What the fuck are we at? There we go. All right. Let's see. Okay, so everything went exactly. Now, I had to stop looking at this because I actually missed this trade. I was planning on taking snow out of its box. I missed my fucking trade, and I knew that it was gonna where it was gonna go and everything. I knew that we had a pocket of empty space. Structure is the only thing that stops you when you're inside of that typically. And so you had a perfect punchback during earnings, and then you finished filling up the remainder of that empty space by retesting this floor and previous resistance. Since then, you have fallen, stopped at the top of that box right here, and now progressing even further downwards. So the 24-hour time frame shows that there is basically just cost basis left, and that's going to be right here at 155, 156. So what you're going to do, or what I'm going to do, or what anybody who's trading this is look at the area that you fell back down underneath. That means this is where sellers are protecting the price and they do not want it to reverse to. So 167.33. Damn, bro. Listen, if you, Aiden, if you type in Potter stocks, some of the first videos will be of other creators stating that they don't like me. But I didn't come here to make friends. I didn't come here to make friends with other traders. And the only other traders who have made a point to be friends with me are people who are trying to hide behind me, like as if they're not doing the same shit. Coach CWC did the same thing. He hid behind me. And he was like, "Oh, dude, you're the shit. Good, thanks for calling him back." So, yeah, I'm not here for friends. I have friends in real life. I've even made friends with some of the members. I'm not here for that. That's bullshit. So, But I personally just think that most of the prop firm traders, I mean, it's all hype. You know, why are 16 to 21 year olds only attracted to TJR? Because he's really highlighting those fucking neural networks inside of your brain that are meant to fucking trigger a response. I mean, the cars, the fucking houses, the clothes, like all that's cool, but like, what's the strategy? And show it work, and don't be a fucking idiot. Like, and then you're starting a prop firm that makes it hard to pay people out. All that shit is just fucking dickhead shit. So, all right. Anyway, we're gonna finish this up here. 166.85 bounce back out, and that's where we could see snow progress. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert there. Otherwise, if cost basis is lost, you're looking at a retest all the way down to 145. All right, we're going to do 2 more tickers, and we're going to go. Prop firms are basically like firms that will sell you a $100,000 account for 500, but most of the time it's never real, and they have really, really strict stipulations that you have to abide by. You can't make too much or lose too much. You have to stay right dead center, and it just creates a more strenuous trading environment. So, all right, Baba. So I actually am waiting on Baba right now. It's creating a large 24-hour weekly area of consolidation. It did bounce off the floor. I wanted above 87.50 and especially 88.50 for another tap up there where we could likely go and start a process of breaking into this box and filling these gaps. I do see a channel. So it does feel like inevitably we're going to see Baba back up at 93. So MU. Okay, I already did this one, dude. MU above 93, no brainer. Take it to 96. No brainer. My fire alarm is going off. We good? All right. Peyton's burning salad right now. That's crazy. You won't come in here. You know why, too. I ain't turning the camera off. It keeps me safe. Do prop firms have any positive attributes in my opinion? There is some. But it's still rough, man. It's still rough, man. That's funny. Sorry. All right, blink twice if you need rescue. I can't. She programmed my eyelids. Yeah, dude. I literally just think MU needs to break 93.14. Take it up. Super easy. So, all right, we're done. I gotta get some stuff done. I got a busy afternoon painting chickens. I will be live tomorrow morning at 8:30. If you guys join the Discord, it will be in the main Discord. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be live on TikTok. I'm gonna try my hardest to get on here. If you guys have any questions, concerns about joining the Discord, let me know. BMR. No, I'm not painting the chickens. I'm moving their coop. Beamer imaging needs to be, it looks like it's mid punchback 446. Target would be a little rough here. Coco? This is really yucky, dude. This is a liquid. Yeah, so clearly 481 needs to be reclaimed. So is that the live or free Discord or member Discord? So member Discord, I'm always live, but I will be on TikTok. I don't go live on the free Discord. That one's just learning kind of hub space for everybody who so. All right, guys. I'm out. Have a good evening. Easy. Listen, man. Don't hope to get better. Know you'll get better. Dude, I'm giving eggs away out right now. By the way, YouTube, I'm turning the recording off now.